The Trump administration tried to erase slavery again. The audacity of this man is unbelievable. In 2026, a federal judge had to order the United States government to stop lying about slavery, not to acknowledge it for the first time, not to debate it, to stop actively erasing it. Think about what that means. The president's house in Philadelphia, the home where George Washington lived while serving as the first president of this nation, had an exhibit. Not about power alone, not about founding mythology, about the people who were enslaved inside those walls while Washington used the language of liberty to build a country. They had names. Oney Judge, Martha Washington's personal attendant, who would one day risk everything to escape and succeed. Hercules, a gifted chef, trusted to cook for the most powerful people in the country, enslaved anyway. Moll, Oney's younger sister, also held in that household. Austin, Christopher, Sheels, Paris, Giles, Joe, also known as Joe Richardson, Richmond. 9 people, not symbols, not footnotes. Human beings whose lives were controlled, rotated, and deliberately managed by the man the country calls its father. Because here is what most history books still refuse to say plainly. Washington knew about Pennsylvania's gradual abolition law. He understood that if an enslaved person lived in the state long enough, they could claim their freedom. So he rotated them out, sent them back to Virginia every 6 months just before the clock ran out, then brought them back again. That was not oversight. That was a system designed, managed, and repeated by Washington personally. That is the truth the exhibit told. And then the Trump administration had it removed as part of a broader government-wide effort to sanitize how American history is presented, framed as restoring truth, as achieving balance. The administration ordered the removal of exhibits like this one. The language used words like divisive and one-sided, but what it meant in practice was this: Black suffering, documented, named, and placed where it actually occurred, was classified as a problem. This was not an isolated act. The same administration issued executive orders targeting what it called divisive concepts in federally funded spaces. It directed the removal of DEI-related content from government sites and institutions. The President's House exhibit was one casualty among many. A federal judge said no. The ruling was clear. The government does not have the authority to erase documented historical record because it finds that record uncomfortable. The exhibits were ordered restored. That should not have been necessary, but it was. And the fact that it was necessary tells you exactly what was at stake. Because this is how historical erasure works in practice. It does not come with a declaration. It comes with policy, with executive orders, with agency directives, with funding threats, with the word balance used as a weapon against inconvenient truth. Oney Judge escaped. She made it to New Hampshire, refused to return, and lived free for the rest of her life. George Washington attempted to have her retrieved multiple times. She refused every time. Most of the others did not have her chance. And in 2026, an administration tried to remove them from the record entirely. A judge stopped it, but the attempt happened, and the attempt matters. You do not get to celebrate the founding while deleting the people the founders enslaved. You do not get to stand in the president's house and pretend those 9 people were not there. Say their names, tell the truth, and understand clearly. When a government moves to rewrite history, it is not protecting the past. It is trying to control the future. I'm Dr. Rose, and this is Burden of History.